Hello there. It's the end of 2022. We're almost in 2023, and I thought I would share my planners. That's my 2022 planner. That's actually my 2020 planner. I don't know where 2021 is. I have to dig it up. But anyway, during these pandemic times, I have used my planners more or less for memory keeping, collaging, and just having fun versus planning. And I started to change that right along, not in February, but kind of March. I got sick myself June of 2020, but by March I was into the memory keeping and collaging more than I was planning because everything was so uncertain. We couldn't plan anything, right? I personally have been working from home the entire time. Never went back to an office. My life so far has not gone back to anything even remotely normal. So these planners I'm showing in this video are a reflection of those times. I did more floral stuff, more involving sensuality, sexuality, returning to the wild side, the fun side, the free side of myself. And I enjoyed it. I still love it to this day. Who wants an afro with stars? I do. So, as you will see in these planners, I have a lot of quotes and African American / Black art. Self-care has been paramount in these 2020 times. You'll see some BTS references because I just love that band. They're on hiatus right now. That's okay. I still support all the members individually and collectively. And then I'm already in December 2020. I flipped by really fast. And then I usually put my notes in the back. I was studying Korean still at that time. Well, really kind of 2019 I started in earnest. And so, lots of notes in there. That's the 2020. This is my 2022. Like I said, I'll find the 2021 one and do a separate video. I love this one because it has the large rings. And I'm going to compare large rings versus the regular size rings. Yeah, I like the larger ones. That's so I can fit more in there as I'm working. If you have an 18-month planner, if you have extra inserts, this is what you're going to want to do is get those big old rings. Now, I mostly collaged things from this year. Products I was using, things that I ordered and received from other places. If you saw my one video from Halloween, I have a line in that song called Vibing on My Energy. Make my own table, create my own opportunities to do things. So once again, I leaned more into my art and had fun and used juxtaposition of images to create what I wanted to create. Once again, I was more into the sensuality, sexology, sexuality, and taking a walk on the wild side, at least in these planners. Again, I had lots of fun, self-care. Realized I was hitting a major depression, so I wrote about that. I also incorporated some journaling, too, in this year's planner. Because, who's going to see it? You guys and myself. That's about it. Really went into each season thinking about a lot, celebrating for LGBTQ equality. So I wanted to honor people I love, that community. Yeah. I'm just kind of looking as I'm watching this. I know it's in here. Why do I do this? So you can see kind of my take on doing planners. I know initially when everything happened and we were in lockdown. Oh, let me say something about this. This reminds me of my grandmother and my brother, and now they're both deceased. I like to think that my grandparents are taking care of my brother in heaven. Oh, that sticker spread. I loved it. I got it on Etsy. But anyway, during the pandemic, at the start, someone asked me, well, what are you going to do with your planners? I have a planner. I don't know what to do. I said, turn it into a memory book. And you can use them for lots of things. Journals. You can use them for art spreads. You don't just have to use a planner to do plans. So I was really into fall this fall, even though I live in the desert. And the holidays, I was in the holiday spirit. And then once they started to hit in December, something happened and it just fizzled out. For one thing, my mom had to have surgery, and I think that played into it. So, you're worried about your loved ones, you're taking care of people, and it just changed everything about how I was feeling about it. But I still did a few, I guess, holiday type things. I watched movies or tried to. Different specials. Let me recommend the Hip Hop Nutcracker. I love that. And that was at Hunky Santa. So this is this week in this planner, in observance of Kwanzaa, going into the new year. And then I have a couple of sections from the 2021 planner that were duplicates, and use that kind of as a Halloween, Thanksgiving extension. Still have to put a lot of things in there. Disclaimer, I'm not for the week. I love that sticker. Got it on Etsy too. I decided to make some little festive things for my desk, and I did this with a Tostitos jar and various flavors of candy canes. And I thought it turned out kind of cute. Then I bought some Swiss Miss marshmallow hot cocoa and some Hershey's Kisses. Those were my holiday treats. Now, this is my 2023 planner, and you're going to see how I use magazine clips of people I like Natalie Portman, for instance, Beyonce quotes, anything I find that I love. Look at the piercings. Anything that denotes science, I love that. I love this so much with the maze that I discovered something. I have two of them. My hair used to be like that when I was younger, so I thought I'd include her. I love her outfit. I love their style. I love that pack. The one in the middle reminds me of one of my aunts. And I love the shape of her body. Kind of reminds me of my own. And then I love her hair and what she has on. So I'm torn as to what I'm going to use. So I always change how this page is. And so on this day, I was trying to figure out exactly what I wanted to do, which, by the way, this is how I spent Christmas Eve. I was working on my planners. Let's see. Do I want to cover up my name? I guess I will. Don't be afraid to change what they have there and add some accoutrement later to turn that cover page into your own. In fact, any of the pages in your planner, make the planner your own. Do your own layout. Do your own spread. Use images that you like, whether they're stickers or from magazines, old books. I don't know why I have Beyonce's name upside down. I was trying to show you guys that she's the one who said that. And this was in her Harper Bazaar's, I think it was a Legends issue or Icon issue, something like that. I wanted to use those eyeballs. I was trying to figure out how I was going to do that. And sometimes it's hard to close the planners when you have them because they're not exactly flat. I like a lot of texture in my planners, and sometimes it's hard for me to do. So I'll use like paper flowers with brackets and other art pieces, sometimes cloth, whatever works. to try to get the texture that I want to denote. And sometimes before you do anything permanent, you just want to see how things look on a page, right? So that's what I was doing here. I thought I would be able to glue this just using regular school glue. So I tried it. Wanted to see if it would work. It's cute to me, but it didn't stay on there. And that's supposed to stick where that adhesive white space is, but it won't stick. So then I thought, well, I'll try tape. I was doing anything to keep from getting a hot glue gun. So I tried tape. And I realized as I was doing this, oh, they can't exactly see everything I'm doing. So let's try the tape and see what happens, shall we? Yeah, didn't work. So hot glue gun may work. I don't know. I'm going to try it on camera next time I'm near a hot glue gun. But I may not even use these on this page. So it's good to play around and figure out what you want to do. Put different images next to each other, see how they look to you. I used some of my original art that you've seen in other videos to see if I wanted to use it here. Use this, that's from a coloring book. I thought maybe I could cut that up, put the flowers on this page, use the heart and the wings on different pages. This wasn't gelling for me. I just tried different things to try to feel it all out. And I really do feel a Renaissance emerging. I'm going to agree with Miss Beyonce. I love this model's eye makeup right there. And that's why I'm including her right in the front and her braids. I have to figure out what I'm going to put on the other page next to her. Her styling is just so fantastic to me. I thought about Lil Nas X because I wanted to represent more than one gender, more than one sexuality. And then I thought about that Versace ad, which I kind of looked at her and I'm like, is that Dua Lipa? I don't think it is. But anyway, Beyonce. I'm like, yes, girl, where can we put you? So that's January and what I have so far. And so I was trying to figure out where to put Miss Beyonce. And so I was kind of thinking in my head, how will she look cut out? And you can see some of what I've already done. I did not like how the tab pages were in this particular planner, but I wanted to stick to the wild theme that I've had for the past like 3 years now of happy planners. And I love happy planners. They're my favorite. I've been doing planner spreads for like, I guess 13, 14 years now. And a lot of my planners I have packed up with my stuff from when I moved, and I've never unpacked them. It would be interesting to see what kind of stuff was important to me a decade or so ago. And what actual plans I had. I was doing a lot now. So the reason why you'll see 2 Septembers is because I took some of the extra tab sheets I have from other years, like recent years, and thought maybe I could use them because I so dislike most of the tab pages in this one. So since Miss Beyonce was born in September, I decided to use her for this, for the September tab. So I'm cutting away now. I feel like that since she has given birth to her children, she always has been very pretty and had a great silhouette. But her silhouette is more mature, if that makes sense, more, even more beautiful now. And so I wanted to kind of represent that beauty, and I love what she has on here. I'm a fan of hers, but I'm not like a super fan. Who's my favorite female artist? I'm thinking the men, I can just tick them off and say who. Women, it's a little bit harder. Of the newer singers, and by newer I mean since I've been an adult, I love Dua Lipa. I love Cyndi Lauper, but again, I grew up listening to her. Beyonce, Solange, Missy Elliott, Shaka Khan. Rest in peace, Aretha Franklin. Rest in peace again, Whitney Houston. People like that. I have a long list of singers whose music I love. Luther Vandross. I know Luther was not a woman, but Luther, oh my gosh. The other night, we were watching YouTube as a family, and we were listening to people and watching people singing different genres of music. And someone just happened to mention Luther. And so then I said, because you mentioned Luther, and then I did a search on YouTube on our TV, and we just listened to Luther for like 2 hours. We weren't even talking. That's how phenomenal his voice was to me and my family. I laugh about it now because I'm just like, it's amazing. We all stopped talking just to listen to him. So to give a sense of texture based on what she has on, I did like a jagged cut on the arms so that would seem like you're like, okay, yeah, she is wearing like a faux fur piece. So yeah, I just love everything about that. How her hair is on here, her makeup, what she has on. She's an icon for a reason, people. A legend, all of that. Another celebrity I would love to have on one of my tabs is Billy Porter. Oh my God. I love Billy. Billy fascinates me in a way that I can't even fully explain. I love his energy. I love Billy's panache. I love how Billy keeps it real. And Billy and I are about the same age. So, and Billy graduated from a school that was one of my final 5 when I was going to college and trying to decide where I wanted to go. And that's Carnegie Mellon. I'm just like, oh my God, if I had picked Carnegie Mellon, who knows? I might have known Billy Porter. And who knows, maybe not. I mean, these universities are large. But anyway, that would have been just an amazing thing. Glue. And I would like to really make sure my images are glued down and will not suddenly pop off when I turn pages and tabs like 100 times, working in my planners throughout the year, or looking through them in later years and reminiscing. So I use quite a bit of glue. Well, that concludes this video. Thanks for watching.